I continually stress to myself, you know, how do you make videos slightly different every time to keep them interesting? Not that I want, really, not that I want people to tune in all the time, but I want them to understand a little bit about the North American Indian, a little bit more every time, hopefully. We're at Saponi. Now, I'm just going to show you what I found, and I got something else in the ground. We're going to take a little walk, a little talk. You know, I've often checked this out. This is my point of honor that comes from Saponi, the kind of stuff you find around here. And like I said, there's something in the ground, might be a great artifact, and there's some great ones that I found here. We're going to discuss that, have a little bit of talk. Look at these 2 points. Both have impact fractures, but both are smoking great artifacts. Artifacts backing them up. A little bit of a Guilford right here. But funny, no quartz, even though Saponi does put out quartz. I mean, look at this piece. Found this here maybe 3 years ago. I brought it today just to honor the site. Crazy, right? That's what this site puts out. So we'll take a little walk. I'm in a hot spot. You know how it is. I document these things and make sure that I understand them when I come. And the understanding actually gives me more success, you know. So we'll take a quick look at these as we talk before we walk up and check some other stuff out. Nice piece here. These are pieces that just popped out and I really couldn't get them on film. Didn't even know what they were until they popped out of the sand. Look at that point. Just missing a little bit off the tip. It was a fat point. But hey, that's to me a fantastic artifact. I love these kind of points. Strong, durable points. Love it. And then there's a point here. Just a couple steps over I found it. It's got a little bit of a old break right there. And then just got dinged again. No biggie. This is a nice artifact. I mean, look at this. You're looking at Eastern North Carolina. I always like to say the best of Eastern North Carolina. It may not be. I mean, I see people, man, oh man, finding awesome stuff. Not just me, because I don't find as much awesome stuff as, well, maybe. I don't know. I can't even put that in perspective. But these artifacts, this is funny. This is like a blade or something. Nice piece. Can't leave it out there, right? Can't leave it out there. And then a nice Guilford right here. Anyway, love it. Good view of it all. Here's my thought. Thought of the day, right? You know, I'm thinking about the North American Indians. We're going to walk up here if I can get myself out of the dirt. Of course, let me give you a view of Saponi. We're not going all the way over there. I just know that I got about 75 more yards over there and I'm done. I know the whole area, you know. You got to do your homework and know your place. I came from right over here. Came right across. And you know your areas. You document it. You figure out how to read rocks the best way you can. So let's go up here and then we'll make our way back as you join the hunt with Indian Trace. I was thinking, because I'm a history teacher at heart. Taught it for a little bit, and now I work for the city that I live in as a teacher. And, you know, I was thinking about the North American Indian and the deficit that we as American citizens have because the information of their true story has been suppressed. And it still upsets me. When I taught history and started to introduce the true narrative of the North American Indian, what's happened to children, 10th grade, 7th grade, 11th grade, United States history, world history, I thought interjecting the true narrative of the North American Indian would be beneficial, and it definitely was. When humans hear exactly what happened to the North American Indian without any of the information suppressed as a magnificent race of people, it breaks their heart. I mean, I had kids in class. I mean, you don't try to, I mean, the truth sets a person free. I didn't try. I'm looking at pieces of rock as we go, so forgive me. As we know, it always happens this way, but I've had some great comments. Look at this. Nice day, huh? It's trending to 80 degrees here in North Carolina, just to give you some insight on it. I had some kids in class, 11th graders, who were crying. I was almost crying. When you read these narratives, I bring in books like Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee and some other fantastic books written by Dee Brown and other North American Indians who have been historians. And I would read excerpts of exactly what happened, and they'd say, Mr. Houston, is that true? And I'd say, yeah, the book is absolute truth, the true story. And there has been this push by people who have wanted to control populations, which is a disgusting thought, because it's against freedom, to suppress the story. Why? So that they could have a better conscience about this land that we all live in. That is the land that they took, stole. Not to mention the stories of all the great national parks as of today, the stories of all the great so-called state-owned properties, government parks, and what have you. Well, all that's behind us now, and we have to work to make things better every day, to make them more right. So they were weeping, and I connect that now. I'm looking for my marker because I think I lost it. I leave a pile of artifacts out here somewhere else. I see them now. Anyway, let's go check this piece out as we finish our thoughts, as we are just hunting out here in the dirt, just to give you an idea of what it feels like to give the real experience. And that's part of it. Being able to collect the artifacts of the North American Indian, I think we fellowship with and are able to tell a little bit, and I hope people start telling more of the stories of exactly what transpired to bring their extermination, to bring the end of their civilization as they knew it. And it gives us another opportunity. So I saw this. I don't know if my focus is coming in with that sun in contrast. See if we can make this happen here. In the sand, look at the base. It's a nice base. Nice tip. Sure as you live. Indian trace. You and I, the first ones to see it. 4,000 years conservatively, one way or another. Probably more. Probably about 6,000 years. Maybe not. Maybe so. But ancient. It's a great tip. Great point. Anyway, just doing my best to represent the North American Indian out here when I can. As often as I can, turning myself inside out, hoping to share a little bit of the experience and the heartbeat behind the North American Indian. And behind the depth of their race, the vastness of their numbers, which is always staggering to me. So from Indian Trace to you, appreciate you tuning in. We're having a decent day indeed, right? About a half an hour left. Maybe we'll find something else. Everybody be well out there. And that right there, that's Indian Trace.